Hello everyone, my name is Ricky. Today we have Alicia, Aya, Jessica, Lee, Poland, Suyi as DataTank. We will discovering the marketing of bank. And for the next page, please. As we all know, the cash rate currently into the highest level since 2012. This extremely hit those people who with mortgage. The boss from RBA, Mr. Louis, he's also confirmed that the rate will still raising up in the following year. So our presentation will be into 6 parts. Next page. Yeah. And I will start with the introduction and stakeholder first. Lee will do the proposal for our in different aspect, and Poland and Zui will explain the process of our data cleaning, and Aya Jessica will given the data visualization. As Alicia will do the conclusion, future plan, and recommendation at the end. So let's start with the introduction. Our group is aiming to analyze the bank customer profile and propose improvement to the dashboard in order to react the impact of cash rate increase. Our data is combined with 17 columns and 45,212 variable and is issued by October 2011. And for the next page, we have 5 main stakeholders. The first one I would like to introduce is developers. They are the technical department who's offering the product and service, and employee are the person who working in the bank, providing the customer service and sales. Client and investors are the someone who buying the products or debt from the bank. Regulators are always with the legal and regulatory requirement. And I would like to do the user portrait for 3 main parts. Rafael is a Brazilian. He's 27 years old, working as a journalist. He's with a secondary level of education background. He's for his objective, he's want to easily access the system and check the information about overall account, credit balance, bank transfer, and payments. And he's willing to apply the personal loan to build an own office in the future years. Another person I would like to introduce is called Jen. She's from Australia, 36 years old, working as a project manager in the bank. She's in the highest education level, but she's divorced. She's aiming to ensure the resource optimization throughout the project cycle and successfully develop the project procedure of initiation, planning, execution, and regulation. Anthony is also from Australia. He's 53 years old, working as a construction manager. He's married and with the secondary education background. He's wanted to earn more profit from the funds and fixed interest. He's also want to apply for the investment house loan. And now move to Lee. She will doing the proposal for our presentation.
Thank you, Ricky. Our team analyzed and explored this data from 4 aspects. So we try to find out some insights to help our stakeholder to make business decisions. So we proposed the 4 questions, and you can see these questions are as follows. So the first question is we're trying to find out what are the features of people who have a good credit. Number 2 is what are the factors that contribute to the amount of balance. The third one is who has more borrowing power. The fourth one is who has a capability to subscribe a term deposit. Next page, please. And during this process, our tools include Excel, we use that for data pre-processing, and the SQL and the Python, that is for data cleansing. We use Tableau to do the data visualization. So now I hand over to the next person.
Thank you, Lee. Hello, everyone. This is Zoe. Me and Pauline will be introducing the data cleaning part in our project. Basically, there are a few general steps for data cleaning. The step 1 is pre-processing of data, which is to check whether the table follows the accurate pattern. And then the next step is to scrub duplicate data, which is to remove the duplicate data from the dataset. And the next step 3 is to scrub irrelevant data because it can help to improve the performance of the data modeling. And then step 4 is to handle missing values. This is the critical step to reduce impact of the missing values because missing value will lead models to misunderstand the features of the customers. And the last step is to do the data type conversion. It will be beneficial to explore data and do the visualization easily. Next page, please. So to perform this data cleaning process, we have a lot of powerful tools from Circle. We have Circle functions like tree to trim leading and trailing white spaces for processing data. We have select distinct function to remove duplicate rows, and we have replace function to remove unwanted characters. We have correlates or non-if functions to replace missing or unknown values, which is a powerful way to handle the missing value in a dataset. We have cost function, group by, and aggregate function to do the data type conversion and to further process of the data. The next page, please. And luckily this time we got a really clean and tidy data set, but we still can use some Circle function to do the data cleaning. For example, there are more than 45,000 of rows of data in our dataset, but for very critical attributes, education, there are some unknown values in this column. So we can use select from query where education is not equal to unknown values to process the data first. After we use this query, we finally got about 43,000 of rows of data which has the required quality for our future modeling or future exploration. And we can use the same way to clean other attributes. I will hand over the rest of data cleaning use Python part to Pauline.
Thank you, Zoe. So in this part, I will get you through the process of converting original data into structured, analyzable format. This is an essential skill for everyone working with the data, as it will ensure that we can efficiently extract valuable insights. By following these 3 steps, we can see there are 3 steps. There are 1 is to add a column head, 2 is to use the pandas data frame to split 1 column data to multiple columns. 3 is to delete the unmeaningful column and row header. So last page, please. Last page. Yes. So on the right-hand side, we can see the data is transformed from the above one to the bottom one. So by following these 3 steps, we can effectively convert raw unstructured data into a more organized and analyzable format, allowing us to derive valuable insights and make data-driven decisions. Next page, please. In this slide, I'll walk you through the process of figuring out outliers in databases. Outliers are data points that are significantly different from the rest of the data, and then they can potentially screw our analysis or lead to incorrect conclusions. So our primary aim is to figure out outliers through the following steps. 1 is to determine the target column. 2 is to draw a box plot to see the distribution by using Seaborn library. And 3 is to delete outliers. So by following these 3 steps, we can efficiently figure out the outliers on databases, resulting in a clean, no more reliable data for analysis. I'll hand the rest of the part to the next team page. Thank you.
Thank you, Pauline.
So next part is about the data visualization. Basically, we use Tableau to do the dashboard and use Python to do some simple data visualization. So to save time, I record the video for you to see it. Let's start.
Hi everyone, this is Arya. This presentation of the dashboard demo will show you what customer characteristics and factors will affect customer subscription rate for term deposit activities. And the conclusion can help banks learn from the experience in the next promotion activities and customize more effective banking strategies. In order to display graphs and data in a more user-friendly way, I use Tableau to do the visualization. The first part shows key data, like including the total number of customers, balance, and the number of people with different allocation levels. It can be very clear to see that our customer sector allocation level accounts for the larger proportion. And the allocation filter is used to check the success of previous marketing campaign and the different allocation. Let me show you this primary, secondary, and territory. Different conditions shows the different results. And the second part, I use the horizontal bar and pie chart to show the visualization. Like this 3 pie chart is show the number of people with each application level, and the bar chart show the success rate. It can be seen that although some secondary people are the largest, but the carrier group are the main consumer among successful customers, which is the 31.84%. And third part includes 2 factors that affect success of marketing and whether the subscription results are achieved. Through tree maps, we can obviously find top 5 master success. It's May, February, November, August, and April. So that help the bank could consider these top 5 months to contact the customers. And the other is about success rate in 3 multi-stages. Like obviously, single customers are more likely to make deposit, others than marriage. Okay, the next dashboard also related to this topic, which done by Pauline and Zoe, and they want to investigate the profile of customers who are more likely to make a term deposit. And there are several parts in it. Firstly, there is a global filter at the left corner. We can choose yes, no, all the data will be shown accordingly. And let's change the filter to show yes option results. In this statistical parts, there were some key values. For example, there were 11.7% of people choose to order the term deposit, 99% clients with good credits, 1935 people are the housing loan holders. Let's see in the bar chart, which pretty much as same as I done, shows the material status. Obviously, married people are the largest group who are making term deposit, but it much more depends on the total amounts of each group. So they made a calculation to show the percentage of people in each subcategory. As they have done, as shows the single group and more tend to make the term deposit. And for the education part, also the same results. And for the age, they using box plot to show the distribution of the age between 31 to 38 age group of people. They are more likely to subscribe the term deposit. And the next part shows the customer with the position of management is the largest part, which is 24.6%. Oh, wait. Okay, so this basically talk about what characteristics of customers will subscribe the term deposit. And hopefully this conclusion can support banks to make operational strategies focusing on users with the following characteristics to improve profitability. Okay. Let's show some simple data visualization by using Python. Like this first histogram shows the top 5 job situation with the highest balance. And the line chart shows the relationship between education and balance. Like the higher education level, the higher customer has the more balance. And Pauline did the joint plus and linear column chart to show the relationship between the marital stage
and the balance. And so let's move on to the next part. Jessica, to introduce the modeling part. Thank you.
Okay. Hi, this is Jessica from the banking team. I will be discussing the variables that impact people's decision to buy term deposit. By analyzing these variables, we can better understanding the behaviors of potential investors and to increase the efficiency and success rate for the future campaigns. We'll be analyzing the following variables to understand their impact on people's decision, which are age, balance, job title, education background, marital status, and whether client has housing loan or personal loan with the bank. As the final answer, we want to get is whether the client will purchase term deposit or not is a binary dependent variable. We will use logistic regression to analyze. Next slide, please. There are 8 steps we use Python to train a logistic regression model. Firstly, we do the preparation. We will import the libraries like pandas and scikit-learn and read the data file. Step 2 is quite important. We need to convert the categorical variables to dummy variables by using getDummy function. And the third is to split the data into a training set and testing set. Here we use 70% of the total data for training and the rest for testing. And the step 4 is to create and train a logistic regression model by applying logistic regression function and fill the model on the training set. And then we use the train model to make predictions on the testing set. And finally, we come to evaluate the performance of the model by calculating the accuracy score, and then we can get the figures of the coefficients and standard error. At last, we will have some insight. So next slide, please. We now get the coefficients and standard error of each variables from the model, and we can see some outstanding figures. For age and balance, the coefficients are quite small, so we may say at this stage, these 2 variables do not impact people's decision a lot. And for those retired people, they are very likely to buy the product, and students are also a good target for the bank. And with no surprise, people who are serving home loans and personal loans are less likely to buy term deposits. And the accuracy score is 88.56%, which means the model correctly predicted more than 88% of the observations in the test set. So at this stage, we get some hints, but the model is actually still not very complete. We will need to get further statistics like p-value, z-value, and if there are more correlations among these variables in order to get a more scientific model and to better guide our future campaigns. Okay, that's all of my part. Let's welcome Alicia for the conclusions.
In my conclusion, there are 3 parts. Could you please, in the first part is our target customers, and we analyze 4 parts. The first one is term deposit, the second one is high balance, and the third one and the fourth one is credit and loan. To double check, to analyze and find who have the biggest borrowing power and could be our target customers. For term deposit, we could find they are single or married, and they have high secondary or tertiary higher education, and their age is 31 to 38, and their job is manager and technician. In the second part, high balance, they are married managers, and they are aged 35 to 45, and they have finished their secondary school. In the third and fourth, in credit and loan, they are married, blue collars, and they have finished secondary school or higher education. In summary, our target customer is married or single managers or blue collars, and the age is between 35 to 45, and they have achieved higher education, maybe secondary or tertiary level education. Could you please turn to next? This is our second part, is what we will do, and our future study on bank project. The first one is we will do more forecasting and budget using machine learning. Because using machine learning for more accurate forecasting and budget analysis predict future trends and budget needs more accurately. This time, we only use logistic regression and sklearn. This model needs to be improved to calculate z-value and p-value and add more functions. What we will use in the future may be time series analysis, regression analysis, random forest and decision trees, and so on. The second one is comparing different machine learning algorithms. It can help us to choose the best one for data size and problem. And then the second step is communication. We communicate with different stakeholders to double check the accuracy of our forecasting and budgeting. The third one is compare Power BI and Tableau. We will prepare a report of Power BI and Tableau in the future. Both of them have their strengths and weaknesses, and the choice between them may depend on our customers. And our customers are curious about the functions and the differences between Power BI and Tableau. And the fourth is we will integration Python with SQL and comparing it to VBA. Implementing the most effective tools for data analysis based on comparison report. In the end, we will also create a report about the differences of Python and SQL and VBA in the end, and evaluate the effectiveness of different data cleaning and pre-processing techniques on the accuracy of analysis results. The last one is we will evaluate visualization by user types and A/B testing. This time we do visualization using Tableau, and we will evaluate the clarity and comprehensibility of our visualization using user testing, maybe some interviews and some surveys. Could you please change the another page? It is the last part. It is recommendations for marketing. Because we have found our target customers and we have found what we will learn, and we will continue to communicate with different stakeholders. And this part is what we want to, the tips for our marketing departments is help them research our competitors, develop unique selling points, choosing the appropriate marketing channels, interact with potential customers, and maintain customer loyalty. These 5 tips will help us make our customer targets more useful, not more useful, make our strategy become more useful. Thank you so much.